a mechanical push card, but in fact, there are no spring beads of pure magnetic pushers. New product Tita from PL Studio. The small and exquisite fully carved shell, as well as the unconventional feel feedback. Let's take a look at what's going on. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Hidden EDC. I'm Mu Tita 1. The shape is square and upright, and the push card of the gameplay. It seems simple, but it is actually very innovative. When I first saw it, it reminds me of the old blacksmith's chocolate for comparison. The length is almost exactly the same, but the formation is twice as large as chocolate. The width is a little wider than chocolate. The thickness is also slightly thicker. Tita's thickness is irregular. One side is thicker, the other side is thinner, and the front and back can be played. Decide according to your own preferences. Either side up is fine. Both sides of the shell are full carving technology. Dazzling in the light. The side body has a polished finish. The whole looks like a very fine metal craft. With the appearance over, let's take a look at how it is played. Push up and down to form 12 paragraphs, but there are no springs and beads. Instead, it is a paragraph brought about by the collision sensation caused by the buckball hitting the non-magnetic bead. The fine taste and feel are different from the previous push cards. The vibration is strong, but it was very smooth. If you continue to push down, we'll lose the sense of paragraph. This blank space is definitely the finishing touch. The formed feel is silky, there are no paragraphs, and there is basically no sound. It can be decompressed and played in situations where it is inconvenient to make noise, because the magnets with the line position are arranged together. Sometimes there will be a magnetic sense of homing. However, what is even more amazing is that the paragraph that continues to push up also disappears. Obviously there was a paragraph just now, but now there is no paragraph when pushed up and down. In fact, this is the core gameplay of this push. Go to class. When we continue to push up to a certain extent, we will hear a click. This means that the buckball is back in place and the paragraph is back. Why is that? The principles are all on this magnet on the inner side. When the buckball is attached to it, the track groove slides to drag the buckball. Let it collide with the capitalist pearl. The number of segments of a segment track is the number of impacts. That is, the source of the feedback on the feel of the paragraph. When we initially pushed, whether it's pushing up or down, the buckball also absorbs into this position and continues downward. Barker will break free from the control of this magnet. At this time, the buckball is attracted to each other by the homing magnet, thus holding it underneath. No matter how you push, the buckball will be below, so the paragraph cannot be triggered. Only when it continues to push up to a certain distance. The moment when the buckball attracts the magnet in charge of the paragraph again. There is a feeling of loading. Therefore, the core gameplay becomes loading and shooting. Loaded and fired. Unexpectedly, the square push card also simulates the gameplay of firearms, and the sound is realistic. Appearance? Gentle and elegant. The voice played all the notes of men. Is really cleverly designed. Whimsical ideas. After talking about the gameplay, let's take a look at the internal structure of Tita's DIY attributes are also designed. Unscrew the screws very thoroughly. We can see that the magnet inside the paragraph has two slots. We can choose between the upper and lower slots to change the formation. You can also put magnets on the top and bottom to change the feel. You can even change the size of the magnet accessory package. Inside there are magnets and spacers of different thicknesses. It can be combined into various magnetic sizes to put into it. And the factory configuration is good enough, I won't replace it here. If you want to change the feel, the magnet is tight, or the length of the formation, you can modify it yourself. The whole can feel the sincerity of the PL Studio. All parties have considered it very well. It can be seen that the intention was made during research and development. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you think the video is doing well, please give me a 3-click follow. This is very important to me. More fun and interesting EC decompression toys will be shared in the future. I am Wood. See you next time.